Welcome to the M3 Bearcast. My name is Malcolm Travers.
Tell me what you like, tell me what you need. Baby, I can have you weak off in your knees.
Male Media Mind is a grassroots organization dedicated to uplifting and unifying the Black Bear community through dialogue, insight, creativity, and knowledge. And in this episode, I'm speaking with Bergo Husky about his latest music releases. We interacted for the first time on the M3 Instagram account, and he sent me his latest video, and I invited him to have a discussion about his music, about his life, and the conversation went into directions I wasn't expecting, such as religion, spirituality, what he wants to leave as a legacy for himself, and I think it was a very engaging, interesting conversation that I hope that you enjoy. In the description, I'm going to leave links, and also I'm going to play a little bit of his music here to give you a taste so you know what we're talking about as we go into the episode. Make sure to also stay tuned to the end, where we're going to leave you with some extras from our M3 live stream. So this one was from April 28th. Greg hosts a live stream every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern, and the after conversation is often more salacious just because we're not recording live, but they've agreed to let me continue recording the conversation, and it just gets a lot more spicy, and I hope you enjoy the extras. Make sure to go ahead and give us a positive rating on Apple Podcast or whichever podcatcher you happen to be using. Leave a comment, share it with a friend. All of those things would help us out, and I hope you enjoy this episode. We certainly enjoyed recording it.
When I throw it back, push it back on me. Boy, don't be a tease.
Let me go on and tell you something. This shit so good, hey, home but jumping. Call you once, nigga, had you coming in the bed like a track star, had you running. Think it's only one, no, I need a dozen. Wanna cut it with the boy, nigga, we is cut. Little puff and drink, then we get the buzz and take a talk, get a tweet, then we get the rubbing. Get a little bake, then you eat the muffin. Lick a little bit, thinking we is coming. Have you seen you in the streets, nigga, have you humming? Energy in the vibe, have you on some loving? Conker pop, maybe 3, nigga, have you grubbing? Begging out to leave, giving me your funding. Tweet bullshit, all types of subbing. Or not right, then getting nothing.
How long did it take you?
That video took a little bit longer because it was a lot of people. We usually do hours, not that hard.
Oh, it looked good. It looked. Now, I've been in a little bit of video production. I know that for me it can be difficult. I know it's not easy.
Alpha, like when we get together, I guess he bounces off of my creativity. I do like most of the art direction.
Okay.
So how I look, everything down to the glasses and all of that's all me.
So yeah,
I tell people what to wear. He comes in and me and him throw ideas together really quick. I already have the concept and he cleans it up, and he's a great editor. So he's, we're all this team. I'm just the leader of a squad of a lot of talent, and yeah,
no, that could be difficult to put together. Trust me, I've been there a few times, and
I've been doing this for a long time. I think this is it.
Yeah, part of it is getting all the people's minds to meld together, finding a shared vision for what you want, and then being true to your vision when people disagree with you. Like, I think that's the really big thing, is that there'll be something that you want to do and you take it to someone and they just tell you they can't, like flat out, they can't do it. And at some point you got to make that decision as to, am I willing to die on this hill for this thing? Is it that important to me? Or can the project go forward?
In that video is the Bougie Rock Collective. We personally love each other. I have 8 godchildren. We're all family.
Yeah.
So every person in there is individually, like, we're all connected.
Yeah.
And we're a group of entrepreneurs just from the hood trying to get in. So as far as anybody telling me no, I'm not worried about that. I dictate my own direction. Everything is done within. That way we don't have to go on the outside for anything. We don't have to beg for anything. But we have boutiques. We have boutique owners. We have hairstylists. We have barbers. We have producers. We have other artists. It's other creatives that they're not just artists. They do stuff in the background. It's all a unit. I pulled all of them together. I personally plucked everyone, and it seems like it took me, because I've been a known gay rapper for a long time. I rebranded. Bergo Husky is a rebrand, but it took me damn near 20 years to get to this point.
Yeah.
And I was out basically in everywhere else doing things when the one thing I really needed to do I needed to come home. That's my family. Like, my cousin puts up the stuff.
Yeah.
Like, when you see the people walking through the door, those are my cousins.
Yeah.
Those are my aunts sitting at the table. This is a family effort. So you have everything from doctorate degrees in there. You have me with a degree with a concentration in English and music. You have niggas who used to sell dope, girls who used to sell pussy. Everything is just people trying to change their lives, better their lives, and feed these kids.
Right.
We're trying to build generational wealth.
So what do you think inspires you the most when you're thinking about making music? Like, what do you want your audience to get? The experience, what experience do you want to deliver? Yeah.
Happiness, too, either. I do not want to make anything sad, anything that you have to think about too much. We are creating my personal music as an artist. I write, arrange, produce, develop, all of that stuff too.
Yeah.
And as far as a writer, I prefer R&B.
Okay.
So that's, if you want me to, then that's where you can find all my love stuff at. Okay. But me, I went through a lot of depression and things. I've been through a lot of ups and downs, and I want, when you put on, if you're depressed and my music comes on and makes you get up.
Yeah, no, it's a real thing. Yeah, I tell people that all the time. Like, I have a playlist for different situations on Spotify. It is a real thing. Like, it can actually change your life if you find the right song that you can vibe to. Like, it can just change your whole day. And
my music, put it like this: when I'm depressed, my music makes me get up.
Yeah.
All I have to do is put on one of my songs, and I'll be like, you know what? You're a bad bitch. What the fuck you got to do?
It's true, though. It's true. I have the same issues where they call it imposter syndrome, where you just don't feel like you're worthy of love and to be desired, no matter what anyone says to you, complimenting you. You don't really feel worthy of anyone's attention or whatever. So I've used music in that way to really psych myself up, to just make the approach, to say, just to reach out to somebody and say, hey, I like your stuff. Would you like to be on the show? Or here's a product that I'm selling or whatever. Even I've done a few iterations. I think writing is where my talents began. Like, I was a communications major and I started in newspapers and such. Yeah.
I was a communications major at one time.
Yeah. It is an important and open career to get into, because I did communications with a criminal justice slant. Basically, it was a communications in criminal justice double major. And so one of the things I did early on was I worked a beat on my local paper about different crime stories. And so I guess I say that to say is I've gone in directions I had never thought. I had my own history with anxiety and depression, and like I said, I think a lot of times it has been being inspired by someone's music or art in general that has pulled me out of it. And so I think I have a passion for sharing their work, but also getting people real about what it takes to produce it. Like you were just saying, it took you near 20 years to get to the point where you are right now. And I see a lot of creative people who just want to get it, but they don't understand the kind of work that goes into it. And I think it's a beautiful thing also that you got your family to support you. It's no easy thing.
That's the crazy thing. I was running I'm an old school guy.
Yeah.
So it wasn't quite accepted.
Yeah.
And I went through a lot of homophobia.
Yeah. It's surprising to me. And yeah, like hip hop has always felt like it has had this strain of homophobia.
Well, within my own unit, my own family, my own circle. And the thing is, I wouldn't say I've been running, but I was running.
Yeah.
And I went into the military, and I didn't come home, because even after I got out, I didn't come home because I didn't feel like anybody loved me or anybody wanted me around, things of that nature. So I was running. I was in Atlanta for almost 10 years. And then something just told, I moved. I'm very spiritual to the signs and the wind. Something told me to come home. And the timing was just absolutely perfect. Now, there were things that happened, people passing away, specifically my grandmother. But if I wouldn't have came home right when I did, I wouldn't even, I would have missed my grandmother's, that time.
That is beautiful.
And everything, like I said, everything happens for a reason. People don't believe that. So I gave up.
Yeah.
I retired. I didn't give up on music, of course. I gave up on me being an artist, and I started mainly developing other artists for the last years.
So you do producing and so forth, or how do you help other artists?
As far as developing, you teach them things like, okay, my cousin, I heard he was 13 years old. We were under the carport. This is when I started coming. This was after I moved home.
Yeah.
And me and my older cousin would always freestyle. We would just play around.
Yeah.
And my younger cousin, he's real quiet and really reserved introvert. And he was out there just bobbing his head. And I looked at him, I said, man, spit. I was curious.
Yeah.
Because I can see, boy, got rhythm, all of this,
Yeah.
And when I heard him, I was like, okay. He was ahead of his time.
Right.
But he was rough around the edges. Other time in the world, you can't write a song. It's a lot more to, like, if you really listen to the music that I put out, I write, it's different. You can overwrite something, you can underwrite something.
Right.
But if you don't know song structure, then you're not going to get anywhere. You might.
Yeah. No, I think the idea of, if you want to be a rule breaker, the first thing you need to know are the rules and why you want to break them. Because I hear a lot of like developing artists in so many different areas, like music and, visual arts or storytelling, movies, television, who they're tired of the structures that have been handed down to them. Like you talk about like song structure, but that song structure gives you permission to play and to do things that really speak to you.
I'm an actual real musician. A lot of people don't know that. I play multiple instruments.
Okay.
And it's childhood. So it's not like, this is not, I've been training for a very, very, very long time.
Yeah.
So it's a lot more to it. And it's almost like math because the production is laid a certain way. Usually a verse is 16 bars.
Right.
13 years old, you've heard of 16, but you don't really know how to write and count. Also, you have to think about building a song.
Right.
I always go to Mariah Carey.
Okay.
That's one of the easiest people to go to. Mariah Carey is a master architect.
Okay.
Go to listen to it like that. She gives you just enough, but it's a crescendo.
Yeah, no, not a bad architect. Yeah, yeah.
It was specifically, I think it was absolutely perfect.
Yeah.
And if you listen to it, she doesn't, we know that Mariah can, she doesn't belt as much, or go listen to Fantasia.
Okay. Yeah.
It's an art to it.
Yeah.
It's an art to building a song. There's a control to it.
Yeah.
And if you don't know that, then even as a hip hop artist, it's just a whole bunch of junk to me. So I think the difference between me and just about everybody else, first, I want to establish that I am a rapper or a hip hop artist that just happens to be gay. I am not a gay rapper.
Yeah. You're openly gay. I would say like there's probably plenty of gay rappers. They're just not open about it, first of all.
I want it to be established because I don't think that my music, you got to understand, there's only one gay person and other gay person in that whole video.
Yeah.
Or one other gay male.
Yeah.
They're straight hood people who music,
Right. That blows my mind, by the way. It really does. Because like I said, it's true though. I can see that. And like I said, it had a really good energy to it. Like when I listened to it, I felt good. Like that's how I judge music a lot of times.
If you've been through a life like mine, and like some of the heartache that I've been through at this point, I tell my family this too, because I don't want to be unhappy anymore. I've chosen to love myself, and through that, you can hear it in the music. I just don't want to put out anything. I feel like when you love yourself, your light gets brighter, and then your light affects other people. It brightens other people's lives, and that's basically what I'm trying to. That's really what I'm trying to.
This is the thing, though. I'm going to challenge you on something you said, and I understand that you don't want to be known as a gay rapper, but I would think that this idea of having to purposefully love yourself, like learning how to love yourself, probably has something to do with your sexuality, because the culture tells us we're wrong, that we're a mistake, that we need to be fixed.
It's not just sexuality. It has things to do with, you got to understand, my mom died when I went through a lot. My father had his trials and tribulations. I've been on my own literally since I was 14. You can ask my people. I've had a lot of ups, I've loved my significant other more than I love myself. So all of this is, even with the music, it's all coming full circle. I feel like I had to go back to school in order to fine tune what I do.
Yeah.
And that helped. A lot of people, I was the oldest student in the marching band.
Yeah.
And they called me, my name is Twan, they called me Mama Twan, because if anybody needed deodorant or couldn't go home during break, they stayed with me. Kids, and I love doing them. They're not kids anymore. They're adults. They're still kids in my eyes.
Yeah.
So during this last 20 or so years, it's all coming full circle. It's not just my sexuality. It's my being. And I really felt like at one time that God didn't love me.
That's a big deal.
I had to, and this is a point that I'm recently reaching. I had to first forgive myself, because I'm human. I've made plenty of mistakes. I make them every day. And then I had to learn that the love that God wants from me, it starts with me. So.
You can't give something that you don't have already. So, yeah, it's very true.
All of my music is top tier. I know that for a fact. Every single thing that I put out is catchy. It's creative. I don't sound like anybody else, and I'm still, even after all of these years, I'm still relevant. Yeah. And I plan on being relevant for 20 more. It's not that this isn't the only thing that I do. I write everything. I work with singers all the time. It's a group of professional musicians. One of my best friends teaches at the high school, choir director at the high school. So, and we sit back, and she loves jazz. We write and we do our thing, but it's all coming full circle.
Yeah.
So even the time, like I said, I've been doing this for a long time. I performed at Pride, all of that. And I was known.
Yeah.
I was in the gay hip hop realm.
Right.
I was popular back in 2007, and I basically retired.
Yeah.
To develop other artists, and then throughout that time, I learned that maybe the things that I've seen in other people, I should have seen in myself.
It's a lot easier to correct someone else's flaws than to work on your own, to be real. It's so much easier to point it out, because the stakes are zero, right? Like, you don't have any invested interest what happens to someone else. But when you see the fault in yourself, it's does that mean I wasted the past X amount of years doing the wrong thing? And what does that say about me? You getting this thing in your head?
No, as far as artist development, I've done an amazing job with the artists that I've worked with. My cousin has been ready to be, I put him on the level of the Kendrick to J. Cole. He's been ready for prime time for years, since he was physically, when I tell you I developed him, I sit down with him, I took him to the studio, I taught him how to work efficiently in the studio.
Oh, nice.
Those are things that I teach. People shadow me to the studio. It's a lot of work in it, and that's something that, like, that's really where my passion is, music, but not just hip hop. It's every aspect of pop music. So I've been studying this for a long time. I know I'm worth the money.
Yeah.
I know what I have. This is something special.
Yeah, I feel you. And let me ask you this, and this is a question I would ask of just an artist in general. How do you want your legacy, your music, to be seen as a whole? When it's all said and done, what would you like?
When it's all said and done,
yeah,
I want people to realize that this is not, it's not even about me.
Yeah.
There was a conflict I had with spirituality,
Mm-hmm.
making sure that I was putting the right things out into the atmosphere.
Right.
And I was going through a lot with that. And my cousin kept telling me about this lady she wanted me to go. I want you to talk to this lady. And I talked to her, and everything just clicked.
Yeah.
God knows exactly what I'm doing. I'm trying to provide this. I can do this like the back of my hand. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'm trying to provide generational wealth for my people. Those people that you see in that video are our kids, our children. We are family. People from the hood. These are talented people who just need a chance to be heard. And that's what my legacy is going to be.
Right.
Saving my family.
I hear you. Yeah, that's
what I want people to see, is that this is bigger than me. I don't really care about, like, just give me some collard greens in my own space and I'm fine. But like at this point, I don't want to be a star, but I know it's coming.
Yeah.
Like, we're prepared for it now. I'm preparing people. It's going to be dangerous too.
Sure.
That my legacy is that we went out here, family, entrepreneurs, and people who see in color instead of seeing in black and white.
Yeah.
Were able to put their love for each other together and to save these kids. We deal with generational trauma. There are things that this group of people can tell you that other people will be like, wow, I've never experienced. So
let me ask.
We have real life situations, but that's what I want to do, is philanthropy.
Hi, if you're enjoying this podcast, I'd like to invite you to the M3 Live broadcast. We hold 4 of them during the week, and with 4 different hosts. So on Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern, Greg hosts a news and events, news that black people can use, as he would call it. And he and I invite guests, and we talk about what's going on in the current state of affairs with politics and black culture. On Saturday, I invite my friends to discuss relationships, spirituality, mental health, and wellness, and just issues that are of importance to the black and LGBTQ communities. And on Sunday, there are 2 hangouts, one by Derek at 3 p.m. Eastern. He talks about what's going on in the culture, invites his friends to join in the conversation, and Devon hosts a nerd culture podcast at 5 p.m. Eastern. And all of these are scheduled on Monday evenings. So if you want to be a part of them, go to Male Media Mind on YouTube, see what live casts are coming up, and just get notified. Hit the bell button. We'd love to get your input while we record, and we'll see you in the live stream. Yeah. So I want to ask you something about your interest as a person outside of your music. What artists do you connect with? Like, what artists do you vibe to?
I really don't listen to hip hop at all.
Okay.
I love Jill Scott, Kendrick the Family Soul. Stars is my wedding song. I haven't found the person yet. He's probably in California somewhere waiting on me, but
Yeah, he probably
dealing with myself. Yeah. I am out of the new kids, because people say R&B is dead, and it's not. It's a really huge renaissance going on. I love Ari Lennox, Lucky Day, Summer Walker. Of course, out of the legends, you have to. I spoke about Mariah earlier. I'm a big Erykah Badu fan. Mama Sun is my favorite album. Yeah. I know every word on it. I really, as far as I still listen to stuff like Grace Jones. I listen to weird stuff. I listen to a lot of. So I was a big Alanis Morissette fan when she came out. I still listen to her now. I listen to all types of things. Of course, I always listen to the home team, Anthony Hamilton and Fantasia, because I'm from North Carolina. Okay, and that's really more. I do listen to sometimes I have no choice but to listen to certain things or whatever. And I like the new kids. I'm just a music lover. Right. So even with the new hip hop artists, I love everybody. If you're coming from, you got to think some of these kids are coming from.
Yeah.
So, for these kids to come out of poverty and be able to build wealth for their family, then so be it.
Yeah.
And if they want to go get a Lamborghini, let them. We only live one life. So I'm just happy to see other people who look like me get a chance to do what they love.
Yeah, and I would say that definitely is something I've strived for. I've wanted to try to find more creative ways to talk about how people can learn to love themselves, basically, if I'm really down with that. And I think oftentimes, like I said, music plays a part of that. Positivity, vibing with the people who feed you, people who are actually interested in your growth as a person rather than just spending time with you. So that all stems from loving yourself, right? If you don't love yourself, you'll take attention from people who are just using you. But when you love yourself,
you'll allow things also. Your boundaries will become blurred.
Mm-hmm.
And with me, that happened with me because I'm one of the responsible ones of my family, as my aunt calls me, my aunt and my uncle. Therefore, there are a lot of things that fall on my shoulders, but people don't really see it.
Yeah.
And you can scream you're tired and you're tired and you're tired, and they don't understand it because they haven't really been through that or understand what it takes for things to get done. Coddling, it holds them back and it holds you back too. And with me, it ended up coming down to me having a stroke in 2015. So this is a lot going back into what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot more behind it.
Yeah.
Because health is something I think about. I have family members who've been through similar things, friends, the responsible ones. I had to tell my cousins the other day, I said, do y'all know that all of the responsible people, the ones who take on all the burdens, their bodies are falling apart.
Yeah. It's true, though.
People are too worried about right now or worried about themselves. They're selfish. You need to pay attention to like what's going on, and you need to open up your third eye and see, because really at the end of this, I don't see physical. None of this is real.
Yeah.
But while we're here, and there's a reason why these spirits are interconnected. If you love someone, then don't put as much pressure on them. If you love somebody, you want to take pressure off of. So that's what this is really about.
Yeah. Tell me a little bit more about your spiritual beliefs, because that's something I've been getting into recently.
For a long time, I was agnostic. I went to a HBCU, studied African American studies for a year, and I became more so Pan-Africanist. They say I make up words sometimes, but we all know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I like making up words. Don't ever stop doing that.
I don't speak correct English anyway.
Right.
So nobody does. Yeah. Especially in America. So basically, I had a spiritual awakening a few years ago when I got saved.
Yeah.
And I came back to Christianity. I was raised, a lot of people don't know, but I was raised Roman Catholic. I went to private school. My family is very well read in the Bible.
Yeah.
If you put anybody in my family together and there's an argument, 9 times out of 10, it's because of religion. But everybody's grown, we were all raised Catholic, 3 generations.
Okay.
As everybody grown, everybody has went their separate ways. We have Jehovah's Witnesses, we have atheists, we have agnostics, we have Catholics, we have Southern Baptists, all of that. Some people stayed in Catholicism. It was only a few. I was agnostic for a while, and I did a lot of studying. Then I went back to Christianity. But the reason why I did it, I never wanted to seem, I felt like I got too smart for God, because as you become more educated, you tend to start thinking of everything when nobody can know everything. And I'm learning about all of the things that have been adapted throughout the years. And I'm just thinking I know it all. And I was even getting to the point where I was disrespectful
Okay.
to, and I had to catch I was disrespectful towards God. I'm not going to lie about this.
How were you disrespectful to God? How would you say about that?
Because I was more so, everybody around me is Christian. And I would say things that were anti-religious. I post things on Facebook and all that. I thought I knew it all. I did this studying and this is that. But the thing is, I've always known God. And for me to do that, as I look back, that was like crazy. And like God has done so, like even where I'm at right now, and I was homeless in Atlanta, living on the ground. And I just came, as we were speaking, I just hopped out of my 2020 and came into my own house. This stuff is mine. And I never thought I would have been where I was. But even when I was homeless, God paved the way. Yeah. There's been an underground railroad since my mother has died. Has just, when I was younger, my grandmother's friend, Miss Ingram, she was our neighbor across the street. My mother passed when I was 6. We were on vacation. My brother was 13. My sister was 10, I believe. My mom took us to the Greyhound station in New York. We were living in Connecticut.
Okay.
And we were living in Hartford on Magnolia Street, which is rough. And my mom gave us kisses and stuff. And we got on the bus and we came to visit my dad down here in North Carolina, and we just never went back home. They found my mom's body on July 22nd, 1989, giving out my age.
I was going to ask that, but it's fine. Yeah.
I'm 28 in the street, but I'm 38 years old. So
I've loved every year I have been on this earth. I would never shorten my age. I'm 40 and proud of it. And like every day I'm alive is a victory, so I'm not gonna shortchange it. I'm like, I got 40 years.
Yeah, this has been some amazing. I think I've been telling people like the 40s. I think the 40s are the best years.
I think so. For me, yeah, it gives you this distance that you can see that you have just enough distance to see how much your life is going to change in the next few years, and yet you still have more time to change yourself. It's a great time.
You're absolutely going to evolve
every
day. At this point, we know that you never quit learning. You're going to, like one of my best friends had to tell me about my approach. I'm a man that is around women a lot. I'm 250 pounds or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And we were having a heated debate, and I was standing up. And I was still in like director mode. I've been screaming all weekend. So I was loud, my voice carried.
Mm-hmm.
And my friend had to reel me back and tell me about my approach. With her situation, she knows I listen to her. Absolutely anything she says, I listen to her.
Yeah.
That woman. And she had to reel me in. Like I said, I'm still learning, and I know that. But when you get to the point where you think you know everything, that's when it becomes a problem. But as going back to the 40s, this is the reason why I think the 40s are, is because most of the times, usually your kids are grown. You went through all of the financial mishaps, so you finally got everything down. By then, financially, you should be a little bit safer. You get to really live, I think, because you're scrambling through your 20s, you're just, oh shit, I fucked all this shit up in the 20s. I'm trying to get my, the 40s, you have this shit.
Yeah. Or you at least idea, because the way I said is like the only things get better by having experience. And in order to, benefit from that experience, you have to have good judgment. And then someone said, well, how do you get good judgment? Bad judgment. That's how you make mistakes and you learn from your mistakes and you get good judgment. And then you take that experience and that judgment and you path your,
There's a lot of people, a lot of friends and family that aren't involved in what we're doing. They are, but they're not. And I had to tell a few of them, I'm not going to go around in circles with you. One reason why me and I'll give you like my best friend Ty, why I was telling her siblings the other day, like the reason why we don't argue is because when a problem comes around, we come up with solutions and we fix it.
Yeah.
I'm not a person to sit here and talk about solutions or whatever to a person. If I give you a solution and you say, well, this is that, then you really don't want to fix it. Because now I have things I have to do, and I love you as far as right now. That's what Have a Seat is about.
Right.
You know, I love you, but I need you to have a seat because I have to get out here and I have to handle this business. I see a multi-million-dollar company, even though it doesn't, some people don't see it. The people who are there, we all see in color, but some people just don't.
Well, this is something I think you get from your 40s and just having experience. Is just think about stars and record deals and labels that happened in the 60s versus the 80s versus the 2000s. You know what I mean? Those 20-year gaps, and how different the industry was in those different time frames. Why would 2020 be any different? I do feel like there's a shift that's happening with artists, and it's definitely just happening in society in general, is that we're becoming more fragmented. So if you go back to the 60s or whatever, there were like a few record labels that you had to be on in order to be successful. You had to make it on certain radio stations. You had to have your album made by certain manufacturers because they were only played on their machines. And there's a lot of top-down control.
I think that's kind of how it is now. Everything, if you look, like where Anita Baker and them came, there were so many smaller record labels out, and then like these major labels started eating all the labels up. So now you look, it's only these big companies it's a monopoly on it.
Yeah.
Even to get like radio play and stuff like this, you have to. So artists are luckily we have social media, which is because I'm a visual artist. Everything that you see is me, down to the boa. I was at Party City, and I was like, oh my God, this is gonna be so hot. And then I'm giving you 3 different parts of who I am. You have the queen. All of them are hood.
Yeah.
You know, because I'm hood. From the Heights is what it is. You have the queen, and then you have the thug, and then you have the regular one.
Yeah.
And the regular me has it on the house slippers, you know, because typically that's what I'm around here in. I don't even wear gold. You know, I don't update my kitchen floor. Then when I had a whole bunch of friends call me, laughing because they were like, it is, the flashy part is a part of me too. Right. I've always been like that. But going back to the labels, I think that what you were saying is how it is now. But luckily with social media, smaller artists like myself can break in from the back end. I did 10,000 views in a week on Facebook. Yeah. Just off of that.
Right.
And it's a very simple song.
Yeah. And I think the thing that happens is, of course, is that a lot of these artists who bubble up from social media get gobbled up by the big companies. Like you said, they'll get a record deal that's just too good to pass on. But it seems like people are still getting to put their vision out into the world.
I started an Instagram. That's a whole nother story. So it turned into actually being a revamp of Swizz, me as an artist. Okay. And so now I'm noticing there are these pages that are really big pages, like 200,000 followers, liking my pictures. Even you have I think 30-something. So just to see, these bigger people or whatever. So I noticed this person, and then they started inboxing me, and it's an A&R or whatever. So I'm like, okay, cool. But they're trying to get paid for promo. Yeah. And what you got to understand is we do everything in-house. Right. At the end of the day, the reason why I'm so tired right now, I've been up till 6 or 7 o'clock this morning because your video came out late afternoon. Okay. And then we had complications putting it up, but we got everything up, and I had to get on, and I think right now we're at about 1,000 views, which I'm hoping that it catches, but we're coming back to back, so I'm not really worried about that. So the thing is, when they started asking for whatever I was, you're A&R, why can't you just plug me in? You know what I'm saying? You see it, you say that you like my music, then why can't you? And they were like, we could, but you have to pay this, and then you'll get like $300,000. Like, I'm still paying the mortgage. Like, that's not going to
This is one of those situations where you just have to pace yourself, because I think the breakthrough will come, and at some point you might have to make a deal like that. But
no, I'm not signing for anything.
Yeah,
minimum $10 million.
Yeah.
Rent artists.
Yeah.
The only thing I need is Bougie Rock is really a label.
Yeah.
Itself. We just need distribution.
Yeah.
As far as everything, we have our own makeup artist. I have my own barber.
Mm-hmm.
I have this. I have that. There are things that could help, but I have to feed these people, and we are self-sufficient. We don't need even my brand. As you see, the new video, that's the first edit.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid to be rough around the edges or whatever. Everything that you see is authentic. That's one of the biggest pluses of the thing, and that we're in-house. We are pre-packaged.
Right.
So you have to pay us.
Right.
Or else the money's gonna come just off of doing, because there's no way you can stop me from going viral. You cannot stop the music.
Yeah.
At all, because everything is good.
So
everything. These are all top 10 hits. So you have to pay us to come. You have to pay me to move. Yeah. And I told them that too. If I go out and do any prize next year, I've been doing this. I've been an out artist for a long time.
Yeah.
I will not do anything unless I want a headline.
Yeah.
I don't have time to be out there. I have my dancers. I have all this. So it's just, I've already thought of what I want to happen.
Hey, thanks for listening to our podcast. I want to encourage you to listen to the end, because we're going to include some extra footage from our YouTube live streams, just to give you a behind the scenes look at how things go down. And I also want to invite you to join our reading club. It's somewhat informal so far right now. So we're about to start reading The Ethical Slut. If you're interested in joining us, there should be a link in the description below that if you purchase the book through will help support M3 and bringing you these discussions.
At the end of the day, we have mortgages that need to be paid off. We have people that are sick. Yeah. We have people without insurance. I had a friend of mine, her husband, one of my friends are in their 60s. I hang around with a lot of older people.
Yeah.
And a lot of people be like, why are you hanging around with them? People act like they don't talk about sex or whatever, but it's also wisdom. I also talk to my friend, and still when I'm making big decisions, because I don't have my uncle and my friend.
Yeah.
And my aunt.
Yeah.
And then I make a decision. But my friend, her husband had a heart attack. So I was over there yesterday. And the thing is, he worked for 20 years and got a break to him.
Oh, my goodness.
So they let him go. It's hard, even for me, to get, insurance is more than your car note.
Yeah.
And then the burial alone, Lord, just for them to dig up, he has a plot, but just for them to dig it up is $1,500. So, and this is just a family they're trying to survive. And the lady I'm talking about, Miss Crystal, works with the United Way, I believe. She's always giving her time to everybody else. And she was telling me how he was scrambling trying to get insurance and stuff, but he couldn't. So now they're going through issues with that. And there's a lot of people around here like that. I remember, and this was in the 90s. My older brother is dead. I've been out for a long time. That's why I say I'm from another era. I'm an old school girl. So basically, my brother had a friend. Daryl was HIV positive. I didn't know. I'm like 12, 13.
Yeah.
Didn't know much. I come from a pretty much masculine football playing Catholic family, so I wasn't educated. Healthy at one time, and then he just started getting real sick. And when I found out, it's a girl that I grew up with. Still talk to her now. We're in the hood. Like the ambulance that got called, this is when I found out. And she had to be every bit of 8 or 9. Yeah. And the first thing she said is, my mama said, did that man with AIDS die? Or something like that. And it just completely threw me like for a loop, because me and him had started getting close. all of this other stuff. And when he got back, I didn't even want to, but for some reason he kept calling. They were always calling.
Okay.
Always wanted me to do something or whatever. And we became so close. I don't want to cry because I will. I'm emotional.
Yeah.
I care if people talk about me. You see, on my videos, I have my stomach out. I don't care.
Yeah.
But I love him. And I remember when Daryl passed that he was buried in a pine box. So what I do, to sum up all of this, what I do is very personal. Yeah. I don't want Miss Crystal to have to worry about putting up a GoFundMe for $8,000 when she's dedicated her life to this community. And these people have been my underground railroad. These people have fed me when I was hungry, have housed me when I was homeless. And they deserve a break too. Beautiful, and man. So I just happen to have this talent. I'm going to tell you, I told them at this point, I would rather just stay around my house. I'd rather sit on the back porch, smoke my little, and have my pay, and I'm retired.
Yeah.
Basically, my bills are paid. But I know that this talent that I have is special. Yeah. And that goes back to the conversation I had with God. God knows exactly what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Because it's time for some of these people to rest. And it doesn't make any sense. I tell people all the time, creatives all the time, don't sit on your talent. And I'm not going to sit on this talent. I'm going to let it go. And I'm out here trying to get whatever I can and bring it back. I don't need much.
Yeah.
I'm not a real flashy type of person. I don't care about having the latest this or the latest that. You see me, most of the time I'm in an outfit I bought from Walmart or something like that. If you look at the videos, all the stuff is from Evans. I have shirts printed out, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Things of that nature. I'm in city trends, hood nigga from around the way. I'm like my grandmother. My uncle calls me because I'm the one who does the Sunday dinners and all of that. But everything in my house is you. Everything is. I'm efficient.
Yeah.
And I don't have, my grandmother was like that.
Yeah.
My grandmother was a great investor, but you would never know.
Right.
Now me, I'm broke. I don't think any man is as smart as a woman anyway. That's a whole nother. My thing is, Bergo Husky is a job.
Yeah.
It's a brand.
Yeah.
And it's a way for me to not only employ my closest family and friends who are also like, these are entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
And we're not there. No, when it does happen, our whole thing is to subcontract to each other.
Right.
These are all people with their own LLCs, and it's not a game. Right. Like, we're legit businesses now. We're not 19 anymore. People we have parents and aunts and uncles who have been working for years. My best friend's mother worked 18 years, and then she had to take on her grandkids, and they let her go. Well, she was about to, she had 2 more years and she was done.
Right.
And then she went through so much struggle with that, and then ended up with a nerve condition. We didn't know what happened. Had to relearn how to walk and everything. Nerves are deteriorating. And I work with her grandchild. If you look at the video, that's my little cousin. Her grandchild is singing at the end of the video. This is a family affair. We are trying to get them off of their feet. These people have been working so long.
Yeah.
And then what I want to do is I also want to help my community. And that in turn is my community. Yeah. So
well,
there's a lot to it.
So look, let me just ask you this, because I'm probably going to have to go. Like, what can I do to help promote your music?
You can share, post it, whatever. Just make sure, you tag me so that the traffic does come back to the page. Okay, so the Instagram that we messaged each other. Do you have a Twitter? Yes, I do. Okay. The Twitter is Twizza Music. Okay. And that's TWIZZ Music. And I was going to try to change it. I do everything myself. I'm over here running 2 Facebooks. It's just, where can people find you on Facebook then? Under Twan Wall. TWON WAL, or they can go to Bergo Husky. But I'm more active on the Swan Wall page.
Okay.
And it's really getting ridiculous. Teens popping into my inbox every 5 minutes.
Yeah.
People are calling me. Like every 2 minutes, I get a friend request. I don't know. I guess I posted the video. It's a lot of groups, like a lot of the gay male groups. And I decided to start using my more professional pictures or whatever.
Yeah.
And like ever since we geared up to, because we're gearing up for the mixtape release or whatever, but ever since we started doing that, things have just, especially on Facebook, that's my bread and butter. I'm Facebook age. So,
I guess I have to accept that. I have to accept that I am too, but
yeah, well, it's true, and it's okay. That's where things are, where things were really.
Yeah, no, this is a good place to stop. We've talked a little bit more than an hour, and what I can do is talk to the other guys. So we have 4 live streams that we do. One Wednesday, I do one Saturday. Derek does one Sunday. Devon does one Sunday as well, and I do 2 different podcasts. One with Greg and one by myself. So between those 7 things, it'd be good to have an interview where I could use basically a lot of what we just talked about as part of it, but maybe take some questions from people and we can maybe even show the video. That would be pretty cool. I guess that we could do that. I think.
Yeah, I'm down. And what I'm telling people to do is to catch me now.
Okay.
Because we're gearing up to, I really want a bidding war.
Yeah.
I know that labels it's a lot different now. So you have to show and prove. So that's what we're trying to do. Like I said, everything is done inside, except for typically find my own production, but even some production is done inside.
Yeah.
Like the end of that is actually my godchild's uncle who did the last beat MIDI kid. He couldn't make it because their grandmother is in the hospital. So it's just, like I said, it's when things start growing, because right now I'm already like it's me, my best friend Alexis, my manager. We do typically everything, and then she's running her business.
Yeah.
So like we're trying to find now I have to call the phone company to see if we can get I know we can get it, but we're trying to price like another line and all that.
Yeah.
Just to make sure we're not out of budget to keep all of our business phone calls coming to one phone, and then we're not in the same city.
Yeah.
She's in Charlotte. So it's just really hectic. And my cousin she's already taken on the road. She's here.
Okay.
So she's out there. She's in my truck today, so she's my assistant. So like everybody's stepping into their physical job now, but it's still overwhelming. And when the majors start calling, I don't think I'm going to really have that much time. So all of the outlets that are interested, I'm telling them, hey, y'all might want to come on now, because if we have to pack up and get on the road, I don't know. Yeah,
so do you think you have some time this weekend then?
Yeah, right now we're gearing up for What You Like. If you go on my YouTube, I'm going to send you the link. I'm doing that right now. We're gearing up for What You Like. It is the sexual song. Very easy video shoot, but there are a lot of things that go on in the background of these videos that people don't know. You have to, we have people coming from Virginia, people coming from Charlotte.
Oh, okay.
People coming from the surrounding states. So we have the date, but we have to make sure everybody's in the right colors and this, that. And it's just a lot, but that isn't for another week. So as far as this weekend, I am taking a break. I'm going to be mainly writing this weekend. So this weekend will be perfect.
Okay. I have 3 shows on the weekend. Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern. Sunday at 3. There's one that Derek hosts, and Devon hosts one Sunday at 5. I would say the soonest one is Saturday at 6. Do you think you could spare an hour to...
Yeah, of course. I'm just really, like, the thing that I told you about my music and I've been telling my family is I've let go of a lot of stuff in my past. One thing that I know is that light bill is due, you know? So I cannot worry about what happened yesterday. I'm happy.
Yeah.
And I want that to reflect in it.
Yeah. And like I said, it'll be partially an interview, a lot similar to what we just talked about. But then there are going to be audience members who chime in. I call it an interview, but I often just call it a conversation. Like, we're just going to talk. So anyway, I really do appreciate your time, though. And yeah, like I said, I'll hit you up about an hour before.
Okay. And I appreciate your time, too. Thank you for being interested.
Oh, yeah. No, it's my pleasure, dude. It's great to see people making shit happen. I love it. I do. I'll talk to you soon, though.
Let me go and tell you something. This shit so good, hey, home but jumping. Call you once, nigga, had you coming in the bed like a track star, had you running. Think it's only one, no, I need a dozen. Wanna cut it with the boy, nigga, we is cut. Little puff and a drink, then we get the buzz. And take a talk, get a tweet, then we get the rubbing. Get a little bake, then you eat the muffin. Lick a little bit, thinking we is coming. Have you seen you in the streets, nigga, have you humming? Energy and the vibe, have you on some loving? Punk pop, maybe 3, nigga, have you grubbing. Begging out to leave, giving me your funding. Tweet bullshit, all types of subbing. Or not right, then getting nothing.
Somebody sent me a picture of a asshole and put my name under it. Hold on.
Well, I've seen some, like, I sent you one. That was so bad. It was something like on Easter.
Yeah.
It was like, he is risen in the eye, and risen was a penis.
Well, you sent it to me on Easter. God bless you.
He is risen.
Oh.
I've seen the other ones. It's like,
yeah, got you.
Happy holidays, and it's like an open sphincter. For
hey, Jeremy, I didn't even respond.
Oh my! Now we're at work, sir.
Oh wow, let me see.
No.
Oh, wait a minute.
We see it.
They put your name.
Oh wow.
Wait. Oh wow.
It made you the taint, actually. Yeah, that's more of a taint.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, are they saying that that's now your property, or were they calling you an ass?
Yeah, it's hard to tell.
I guess no. He told me, you know, I'm welcome to it. God bless.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
That's the way it read, but
okay.
Isn't it asshole Craig's? If you read down, I think we read down.
No, that's not. No, I didn't send you the rest of the information.
That's funny.
It's just way too salacious.
That's funny. No, I mean,
it wasn't Aaron with an eye. I don't know what to do.
Very well shaven. Very well shaven.
Oh, and the crazy part is, like, dude, like, he never has come to me like that. It was always been, hi, good morning, Greg. Oh, you know, I like your new pic. You know,
he's feeling himself.
Now he wants your dick.
Right, now he wants my cock. My cock.
Your cock.
With a hard K at the end. Cock.
Cock. You know.
that just drives that word like that just drives me crazy.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
For a long time, Greg.
So unsexy.
You've been hanging out with white people for a long time. You sexy.
No, I mean, you know, but that's something about living here in Georgia. You know, so I advertise on like Growler and Scruff and stuff like that. You know,
you advertise?
I do my financial business.
Oh,
I
love it
because I'm basically a high paid hooker. Really, is what I do.
so you get paid a lot.
Yeah.
Look, I'm trying to be like you when I grow up. So hey,
I'm trying to get into more of the philanthropy situations. And I told my boss the other day, I was like, dude, as soon as this other jump kicks off, I'm out of here. He was like, come on, Drake. And I was like, no, man, this shit is stressful. You see all the fucking gray hair? This was black. I was like, I can't keep doing this shit. But, you know, so dude hit me, a black dude. He was like, oh, I bet you have an amazing cock. I was like, aren't you black?
right?
He's like, I have an amazing cock. I was like, I don't have a cock, so I have a dick. Not a cock. What is a cock? A chicken? Oh, get the fuck out of here.
Now, and like I tell people, because growing up here in the South, especially in Georgia, I was actually talking to some of my friends. We was talking about interracial dating, and the fact that, like, because Atlanta was always quite black and white, there's no mixture of like a New York or what you get in even DC in those places. But for me, that's always been like the major issue, because I've met guys that were nice, that were white, you know, but you know, when you get to that conversation, it becomes very like, this feels almost like we in a bad slavery flick, and you know, I'm looking for a blickback buck, and you know, and I want his cock, and I'm just like, yeah, turn off, and like, you know, and then it gets offensive after a while.
Yeah.
You don't want to be like sexualized.
Right. It's like, you know, you feel very sexual.
Or fetishized. That's
yeah, it's a bit, yeah, exactly.
You don't want to be his Django? I mean,
right.
It roughed me up.
You want to fuck me like Django.
No,
Right.
that's no
That
fucking
wasn't in the
movie. Though.
movie. What are you
It was a
talking
great
I
movie.
love fucking Django. You know, my favorite scene is with Don Johnson. You know, Don Johnson's the plantation owner and the little girl. And when they come up there, he's like, Fatima, darling, I want you to take old Django here and show him the plantation. Now, remember, he's not a slave. So you can't, you know, he's not to do anything like y'all do now. Remember, Fatima, darling. She said, yes, Big Daddy. So he's like, I don't quite understand, Big Daddy. See now. Then he goes, see now, Django here is not a slave. Django is a free man. So you know old Fade, what did he call it? Jerry down at the store. And it was just so, and she could not understand the whole time. And she just kept saying, yes, Big Daddy.
Yeah, and looking at Django like,
I love that shit. He came in the bitch dressed like Prince.
Right.
Jamie Foxx was looking hot in that movie. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
his body was rocking.
Everything.
He really kind of got
His ass was sitting right.
Yeah, and he even showed that old dick of his. I was like, come on, Jamie. You put the X in Fox. Come on,
He's
bro.
a grower.
He's a grower.
Yeah, I get it. He's a grower. I get it. I'm a Tarantino fan anyway. I just love Tarantino movies.
You love a white man calling you.
No, I do not, sir. I think Tarantino likes brown women, and I appreciate.
And he loves calling a brown woman. Imagine that was his thing.
I know. Y'all know
if that was his thing. What
So,
would you do?
like 2019, I lectured at the University of Virginia in Charlottesville.
Oh,
God.
That's my neck of the woods.
right.
So I met this guy. I mean, I was not having steak and potato at the time, and I was having steak and potato, but steak and potato wasn't the series. So
Wait, what's steak and potatoes? Is it not a meal?
no. We'll talk about
I
it.
seriously thought it was steak and potatoes.
Because you're amazing. That's why.
This whole time,
I'm just going to squeeze your face when I see you because you're.
What is
it's sex and dating, steak and potatoes.
Oh, okay. I'm thinking it's like the ass and the Okay, never mind.
No. So how it derived was we had this conversation one day, and it was like when you meet somebody on an app and you invite them to dinner, it's a date, and I was like, no, the fuck, it's not. Sometimes I just want to go out and have steak and potatoes. And the M3 sphere had
They
a
all
conniption, and they hate me.
It's a date. It's a date, Greg.
It's a date. I'm like, no, the fuck it ain't.
It's either steak and potatoes or milk and cookies.
Or milk and cookies.
You gotta add that up.
Is that a dessert date? The milk and cookies?
They hate both of them, but steak and potatoes is the worst.
I think the milk and cookies is a hookup.
Right. The milk and cookies was a hookup.
Right. The milk and cookies is just you just going to hook up, and I just say it for their benefit. I can just be going to the living room and watch TV and be like, "Oh, time for milk, some steak and potatoes," and they'll be like, "Oh, you're so nasty, I hate you." Right. So I'm like, nigga, I'm just going to the living room and scratch my balls, relax. You know what I mean? Or get on the phone with one of y'all and top it the fuck up. Like, oh, what happened? No, but it's just like they just really hated the shit, and then but the guy in Charlottesville was like, I love race play. And I was like,
Race play.
No, I don't even like nothing with race and play in the same.
Right.
What is this race play? He's like, I love to call black men the N-word when I'm doing it to them. I was like, okay, so very nice to meet you. You know, to commit murder up in this bitch. You better
right, because I ain't going to prison.
Right.
Well, what was funny is that I think Derek had a friend he was talking about in a story where that was his whole thing was he put pictures of himself in coveralls with nothing else on, with Confederate flags waving in his bedroom in the background, saying, "I'm looking for some strapping white dude to own me." That was his sexual desire from.
Oh my God! Look, brother Jeremy down there exploded.
No. I heard there's a guy I met, just in passing, who told me he did that And I was standing there like, what? Like,
I've never seen your face like that. Like
you want them to say this to you. And he was like, yeah, like, oh yeah, like they give me so much money. Listen, I'm like, wow, like that's all it takes, huh? Like,
well, no, like some
that shit
people.
for free.
Yeah, he's probably into it. Yeah, my thing is like it is a form of denigration. There's some crazy ass like race play just plays on our moral sensibilities. There's like actual like dangerous ass sex play, like people who play with guns and they don't want fake ammunition. They want to like play with live ammunition during their sex play. Yeah,
play Russian roulette and shit.
Your eyes couldn't get any bigger right now. It's like, oh,
they want actual.
Well, Malcolm is into some things now.
Yeah.
I think this is a good topic for. Can we skip this? This could be a topic Saturday. This is really good.
Yeah. So I mean, Saturday, all I have is the 8 dates. I did have a topic from the week before. It was something about like loving yourself, and I didn't actually break it down.
And go into sexual fetish.
Jesus, fuck loving yourself.
Would you like to come back Saturday and talk about sexual fetishes that are dangerous with us, Jeremy?
Choking people out and all that?
No, they're not even that. That's tame.
That's tame? Oh my
We're
God.
talking about
That
sexual. Yeah, we're talking sex. That's Thursday night. We're talking dangerous asphyxiations and shit. Russian roulette, sex play, race play, and
but there is a law that protects people if they kill someone during sex.
It's called a crime of passion.
Yes.
Right. It's manslaughter. And then you're probably gonna get off.
Right. That's a white man's law,
Well, you get off twice in that sense.
That's a white man's law.
Oh wow.
Oh,
that's fucked up.
Oh,
it's hilariously funny.
Like Cher.
It was low hanging fruit. I couldn't.
Right.
That was what it was.
Get off twice.
Right.
Oh goddamn.
It was right there.
I've got to use that though.
You almost had me, right? That's just the cusp, the verge.
Right.
It was just like yelling, but I mean, it's some shit like, and I remember I was having relations with this guy, and I don't know, in my 20s, I guess. I was just divorced. I was about 29, maybe 30. And he was like, "Can I shit on your dick?"
Oh my God.
Like, no. Can you get the fuck up, nigga? Like now, before you even get tempted. If I'll punch you in your face.
Oh God.
Spit on me. I don't even care if I do have a condom. Get your ass, nasty motherfucker.
I'm disgusted.
Right, it's disgusting.
I've
It's
known
in my
someone
mouth. The smell is in my mouth. Like,
Now, water sports. I mean, that's different.
they ain't water sports. That's mud sports. That's my So the show I'm on, King C Spill. My co-host Lois was talking about that this week. He called it a mudslide, and it's the worst.
Oh my God!
A mudslide.
Now, okay. I don't think
when you purposely. Were you saying that you like using feces as lube? Or
I guess it's a mistake, but what Greg's friend was
doing was on purpose.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so
Greg is into that. What?
No, I'm not.
Huh?
Fuck you, bro.
Oh God.
That's disgusting.
You still went out with him the next day.
I did not. He left that day, that night.
Oh man!
Don't take a little nasty shit with you, right? I'm not doing that, little nasty fucker. I have to fuck other people with this dick. Get your ass out of here.
Wow, really? That's what you said?
Right. Because he was like, I thought we were at that place.
Yeah, that's really weird.
You obviously thought wrong.
Will we shit on each other?
Nigga, do I look like Roto-Rooter to you, nigga?
Yeah, so this is one of those times where it's like communication, like don't pull that shit out when it's literally.
I'm gonna tell you what.
Like you might want to.
I was in a great relationship. Just Kenny was my ex. He was a great guy. He accidentally came in my eye one night, and that was the end of the relationship. We broke up.
No.
Swear on my mother.
Just because it stung that bad.
Yeah, this was in my eye. I'm like, nigga, you could control that shit.
He was not aiming.
Yes, the fuck. But you know, small big niggas come a lot. And I was like, you can control that shit. The last 2.5 years you've been controlling that shit. Now you just trying to play some get back. And just trying to blind me in one eye. I never got past it.
Oh wow.
Oh, that is too funny.
Let's go on your sex bingo card.
Right.